Welcome back to the Talk About Purpose podcast. I'm Matthew Huey.
I'm Brian Harper.
And I'm Frank Curry.
And today we're talking about, Frank, remind me,
The importance of the gym.
that. How'd you guys get started? Let's start there.
With the gym?
Yeah.
My uncle.
What the hell?
He got me in the gym.
I said depression. You said your uncle.
My uncle's not depression.
Were they? I hope they didn't like correlate.
No,
with each other.
my uncle got me in the gym. I was being picked on and bullied when I was younger. And my uncle got me in the gym, and I was into wrestling. I loved wrestling. Ultimate Warrior was my favorite. Just like jack dude running out on stage, all methed out, craziness. You know what I mean? Everybody's favorite from Schuylkill County. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, my uncle
Gene
got
Snitsky.
my uncle got me in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it ever since. Still doing it today. 41.
Nice.
Got me in it when I was about 13 or 15, I think I was about, and I'm 41.
Yeah, 13. That's about when I started.
Yeah.
13. Yeah. I actually got into it because of man I really respected as a family friend. Bodybuilder, juiced, just absolutely massive. And I respected him because he ran a company, big company. He's respectful. He's honest dude, integrity. Loved it. And then my sister, she married a bodybuilder. And then I seen girls falling all over a local bodybuilder. And then I picked up some magazines. I had, Ronnie Coleman, Kevin LeBron. And dude, as soon as I seen them, I was just like, I am going to be as massive as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Try everything.
No,
Yeah.
I got into it because of depression. Actually, I was depressed, and actually, I got a little down on myself. Didn't feel like I was good enough for people that I was dating before, and they left me and went back to their ex, things like that. So
Yeah.
I got a little depressed, and actually, believe it or not, I contemplated suicide the one night, and it was in the winter, and this is kind of when I started to work out. I was on my patio, and I remember there was a bunch of people at my house, and I walked outside. Nobody even noticed that I went outside. Nobody paid attention. Nobody said a word to me. I just went outside, and I was already depressed for quite a while at this point, And I got out and I walked down to my patio, and I remember getting this rope, and I had this rope hanging around one of it was just a beam going across the top of the patio, the roof, and I put the rope around my neck, and I remember getting down on my knees, and I was like, okay. I don't remember what they call it. It's like a type of a passive type of thing, like a thing where you just lean a little bit, so that way the rope will take away, it'll cut off circulation, you'll pass out, and then your body weight will just do the rest. It's not like actually hanging yourself from a tree. It's a little bit,
Yeah.
it's less scary, I guess. But I remember thinking to myself, I wasn't sure that I wanted to go through with it at this point. I needed to kind of find a reason to want to be here still, And I remember leaning forward and starting to let the pressure kind of get to it. And I was like, you know what? And I stopped. I stopped, and I was like, you know what? No, shit's gonna change today. And I said, this was my final straw. And it's I will never, ever look back on my life like this right now and think to myself, I need to take the coward's way out. I thought to myself, I'm gonna change shit today, so that way I never have to be in this predicament again. So I'm never in this situation again. And I started working out then. I went to the gym because I wanted to feel better about myself. I did not love myself. I thought, I went through a lot of emotional abuse, and with my ex, I did. And I thought I was the problem. For a long time, I thought I was the issue. I thought it was me. I'm the one that is the problem. I'm the monster in this relationship. I'm the angry one. And it took me a very, very long time to be you know what? I am a good person. And I care. I cared. I loved her, and I cared so much, and that's okay that it didn't work out. And I had to find a reason to live. And, I kind of fell in love with going to the gym, at that point. And I started to look better. I started to feel better. I had more energy. My mind was clearer, and that's kind of what started it for me.
Yeah. Different approach. So how do you guys work out? Do you work out like bodybuilders? What are your
Well, I mean, I've changed over the years. I did strength for a number of years, then I did bodybuilding, but now I just do a maintenance kind of thing. I'm a little older. I just want to stay lean
right?
and keep the muscle that I have, and
Yeah.
grow a little bit of muscle as I can. But it's not. Um, it's not the main objective anymore. Like the main
Mhm.
objective back in the day was to try to be the biggest I could get. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Eat like to be the biggest. You know, I mean, now I'm older. I can't eat like that. I feel like crap when I eat like that. Like I have gout, and now like I can't do it. So now I train to stay fit, to stay healthy. I know that you need to do 150 minutes a week for cardiovascular health.
Mhm.
So I do it for longevity of life and to maintain what I've worked so hard to get. You know, I mean, I was growing up in high school. My nickname was Lanky Frankie. Do you know what I mean?
Get out
So,
of
yeah.
here.
So
That's
you know,
good to
now
know.
I'm 270 pounds, pretty lean.
Now you look great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I
Thanks.
can tell you work
Thank
out
you.
a
I work
lot.
out a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, not as much as I used to because I
Right.
cleaned up my diet a lot. I do intermittent fasting. That helps me a lot. And I try to eat a little better. I try to do less sugar. And I don't do anything processed. I try to stay away from processed stuff. But no, that's all it is. It's just working out to maintain. So just, I still do my weights.
Yeah.
But I'm doing stuff now that I normally wouldn't do, like cardio. I never did cardio when I was younger. I always see don't get big doing cardio. I always
Right.
thought- But no,
Yeah.
it's all about health now. So I do
Right.
cardio. I try to do more stretches. I'm even doing those Bosu ball exercises. You'll see me in the back flopping around on the ground, trying to keep myself on balance. You know what I mean? Like I do whatever I can because you just start thinking differently once you start looking down the hill. You know what I mean? You look at differently. Like, and I think to myself, well, what those older people in? Those older people in is a stability problem. So they'll be not stable, or they won't be able to be on unstable ground, and then they fall and they break a hip. And when they break a hip, they lose the weight. They have
Yep.
problems. They have problems healing from that. They have to
Yeah.
get more surgeries, or you could be too old that you break a hip, and they say that you're not a good, person or a good selective person for the surgery because
Right.
you're frail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
point.
So,
Yeah.
because dude, working out at Planet Fitness, I know, big guy like working out at Planet Fitness. But I love Planet Fitness. And I'm working out there. I work out in the morning, I work out with all the older guys, the guys that are 70 years old that are still in that gym killing it, sweating it. You know what I mean? Like the dudes, and I talk to them. And they're all the same thing. It's about, being flexible and being strong and having strong bone health.
Yeah.
There's so many great reasons to work out. Like
Yeah.
we can go over so many reasons why you should work out. We can go over so many reasons, I'll pull up some statistics now. I don't have them up, but I want to know what the statistics are of the average person that works out. Because if you look at pictures of back in the 70s and stuff, everybody's pretty lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Look at the pictures. They're black and white, some of them, right? And some of the 70s pictures, right? So they're black and white, but you see most of the people are super lean, a little conservative with what they're wearing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But now you take a picture, like go to the beach, take a picture. Go to Disney World, take a picture. America's mostly obese.
Yeah.
So like, what's the percentage of people that actually work out? And the way I look at it is, I'm 41 years old. I don't see many people in there that are my age. I do know people that are my age that work out. I see them
Right.
on the internet, stuff like that. But the average people working out is going lower and lower, and the unhealthiness of the country is going up and up. Like we're more and more unhealthy, and the food that the FDA approves and stuff like that is not the best of food. Like you can't eat the same food here in a different country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the only thing you have to combat it is cardiovascular health instead of taking medication constantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's so many reasons for working out.
Yeah. It protects your longevity.
Oh,
it really does. Because speaking of the statistics you were just talking about, I actually have them pulled up here.
Awesome.
So
there you go again. Jump into his point. Jump into his point before you can get to it.
Oh, heck no.
My episode now. You got the last time.
Yeah, no, this is definitely his episode.
Right. Yeah, that was me doing that.
No, but as of 2022, according to the CDC, only 21.2% of men work out.
That's terrible. Get to the gym.
So get to the gym, and you're better than almost 80% of the population.
The problem is, so I know from personal experience, when I started going to the gym, and I started going later in life, not 13 like you guys, I was like well into my late 20s, and I was like, I was afraid to look stupid in the gym. I was afraid to go there and not be able to
Go to
put
a
up-
Planet Fitness.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
that's
for
where I
real.
did go.
You know what I mean?
Even then, like that's where I met you.
Yeah,
you were working out of Planet Fitness.
I
you know?
don't care. The way I look at it is, I don't care what you're doing, as long as your form isn't ridiculous. You're not eating a piece of
Right.
pizza doing the back workout like I see on some of these freaking
Right.
IG gym fails or whatever. But as long as you're there, and you're putting an effort in, and you're getting a sweat on, and you're getting your heart rate to go up and down, good for you, and I'm proud that you're there.
Right.
Yeah, that's how
what I'm saying.
gyms should be.
That's how it
But
is.
in the bodybuilding world,
No, God.
there's some very arrogant pricks
So-
that are like that
Yeah.
when you go into the gym. And,
Yep.
you know, the gym should be treated like a hospital.
Yeah.
You know, you're going in there to get better.
Agreed. Yeah.
And that's one thing Planet Fitness does
So-
do, although everybody makes fun of it when you're in the industry world. It really does help those people.
It
for
does.
sure.
So they have like a motto like no gym intimidation or whatever, you know, which is
Unless you look like me.
right. Exactly. Because he just walks around, and intimidating, you know.
You just have
Uh,
to lay eyes on him.
right. But I just like I think I met one person there since I've been going there that was kind of just like that jackass gym guy, you know.
Yeah.
And that was like it was one person in
Yeah.
I don't even know a few years now. So,
No.
but I mean, I met one guy there. Other than that, everyone was pretty cool. Like everybody that I talked to, and if I had bad form on something, somebody came up and talked to me. The problem is I had to build up the courage to be able to walk in there and look stupid, you know.
Yeah.
I had to be able to build up the like, how are you going to learn to lift weights? How are you going to learn how anything works if you don't ever give it a shot? So
Yeah.
it was, and going to Planet Fitness, and I'm really talking to Planet Fitness here, but like I went there.
Not sponsored by Planet Fitness.
No,
We could be though.
Could be. Reach out. We'll do another
Could be.
episode.
I'll even go dum 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 dum.
Right,
Dum,
yeah.
dum, 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 like one of those commercials. You know, you ever see the Planet Fitness?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So-
Bunny Man or whatever.
Big dude. Yeah.
so it took me a while to kind of build up the courage, but when I did finally build up the courage and I started to get better at my form with lifting weights, and I started to get stronger, started adding more weight, you know, then I really like took a second and I sat back and I tried to remember where I came from, you know, and I looked around a little bit and I was looking at some people that it looked like it might have been their first time, and it's like, you know what, I was so worried when I first came in there that everybody's looking at me and judging me.
Yeah.
When really the reality is nobody gives a fuck as long as you're there to you know, everyone's there to better themselves. Everybody has a day one in the gym. Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go in there knowing what you're doing. You don't go in there like for the first time putting up 400 plates or 400 pounds on a bench press. Like you don't do that. It's not
Yeah.
that's not
If
something
you do
that's
your
heard of.
full, if you do your full, you
Or a
try
freak
to
of
do it.
nature. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
One of the,
But I mean, it's not only that. Like you can be an avid gym goer and then something dramatic happened in your life, and then you're still hesitant to go back. Like
Right.
for me, I had 2 knee surgeries. My one knee surgery knocked me out for 6 months. Lost a lot of my size, a lot
Yeah.
of everything. Nobody saw me for a long period of time. I mean, my good friend now, who was my pest control guy at the point in time, said it looked like I had cancer. I was frail.
Yeah.
I wasn't eating right. I was on pain meds constantly. It was a lot of pain. So it was very tough for me to go back.
Mhm.
So I got over it. But what I did is I wore hoodies the whole time.
Yeah.
Until I got confident in myself again.
You still wear hoodies.
Not as much. I take them off now.
Do you?
They're just pump covers.
They're pump covers. Yeah, I've been through so many injuries that I've gone from 200 back down to 160. You know, it's tough getting back in there.
Been all over.
But yeah, just getting back in there. I mean, 18% of the gym members never even show up.
Well, yeah, that's Planet
That's
Fitness's business model.
Crazy.
That's the business model. Oh, it's only $10. Oh, it's only $20. Oh, it's only $10. That's all
There
it
you
is. So they don't care about going or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It really
And
because
they make well.
yeah, they do. Because 50% of all their new clients now they rope you in with that monthly pay.
Yeah.
You know, and 50% of everybody quits in the first 6 months.
Yeah, but do they quit or do they actually pull their card? They probably just quit. They don't pull their account. They'll probably keep paying their account in the
Exactly.
hope that one day they're going to get back there. I'm not going to cancel yet because I know I want to get back there. I want to get back
Yeah.
there. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, they're not going to get back there. They're
No.
better off just canceling it and restarting up again if they ever want to.
Right.
You know, and
But they don't want to do that because then that's their closure. And they don't want closure on not being healthy.
yeah,
Because
dude,
they mentally want to be healthy, but they're not willing to put
That's
in
an
the
excuse
work and the
that
effort.
Exactly.
It's
dude.
an excuse to
work.
be like, oh, I can go, you know.
Yeah, well, think about it. How many kids in high school loved gym class?
I did.
Okay,
I loved it.
okay. I was not a fan of gym class. I hated gym class when I was younger and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Now, as an adult, I choose to go to gym class.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think
That's why adults don't do it.
I think an important part
Oh,
of
just
that
tons.
is definitely keeping your workouts more fun.
Mhm.
As I've gotten through, and with me, sometimes mentally, I don't want to go to the gym. And especially if I have workouts that are super hard on my
Legs.
head, that's hard on my energy levels.
Legs.
Yes, that's exactly correct.
Knee surgeries, legs, totally.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do them. That's my problem.
So what I do is I put the things that I like doing into it. I encourage myself by actually making it more fun.
Yeah.
I do the more fun workouts because doing a few fun workouts that may not, may not be the squats or whatever, even though I love them. But anyways, it may not be the squats or the leg press for you, but getting in there and just doing some fun stuff for your legs is better than not getting in there at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that could be a way to keep yourself going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Make
good,
it,
yeah.
add some fun into it. You know, you
Give
don't
yourself a
you
reason
don't
to
like
do it.
running the treadmill? Jump on a bike and go outside.
Yeah. Something.
You know what I mean? Like
Problem is-
figure out
problem is
something you
today's day and
enjoy.
age, if somebody, if you don't want to go to the gym, it's easy to find an excuse not to.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta stop trying to talk yourself out of it. Just do it.
And you don't even have to go to the gym. Just do something cardiovascular.
something.
Do something to keep your weight in control. Do something to keep your insulin in control. Do something to keep your cardiovascular health. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
Just, and drink water. Be healthy. Drink water. Go to the gym. Work out. Weights and going to a gym with weights has its advantages. Like it competes against osteoporosis. It keeps your bones strong. It keeps your muscles strong. And your tendons and everything like that. You know what I mean? So weights do matter. I feel that weights should be. But again, stretching and everything else needs to be incorporated as well.
So as a bodybuilder follower, I'm natural, which is why I'm not humongous yet. Body dysmorphia kicking in. But anyways, as a bodybuilder, there's the bro science of don't do cardio is going to kill your gains.
No.
And I followed that for years. And
I wish I would have did it.
God, me too. Me too. Because your energy will actually go up if you throw cardio in. It actually will.
Oh my God.
Weightlifting is good. It's anaerobic, but it also helps build aerobic a little. When you actually do aerobic, oh my God, the energy shot is pretty ridiculous.
I do it before and after weights. I do cardio before and after weights all the time.
You freak.
All the time.
Oh my God.
Just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes.
For like an hour straight.
I stopped doing that last year. I told you that last.
You didn't tell me
I
that.
stopped doing that.
You did not tell me.
Last year I used to sprint for 5 minutes straight.
Oh, sprinting is fun. High intensity interval?
No, I just get on the elliptical and bust out and try to get a mile in 5 minutes.
Oh,
That
okay.
I'm on level 12. I'm not doing it anymore. I used to do it on level 12. I used
You were
to bust
getting a
it
mile in 5 minutes.
on level 12 on the elliptical. Yes, I was.
Oh, on the elliptical.
Yes, on the elliptical. Yeah, it's not. Come on, you think 270 pounds?
Okay.
No, listen, I was
level 12 though. It was level 12.
I was a cardio freaking monster back in the day. I was running my 2 mile when I was in the Army. I was running my 2 mile in 11:22. I ran a mile for my school in like 4:58 or something.
That's
like
awesome.
That. Yeah, and I was like top fucking tier.
Yeah,
So,
moving.
At the time.
Did you have in that sport background help you at all in the gym? Because you have quite a sporty background.
So like I've wrestled, I wrestled for like 6 or 7 years now, and I not that type of wrestling.
I'm not gonna say nothing because I wrestled too, but a different kind of wrestling.
Yeah. No, I did real wrestling.
I did fake wrestling. Independent wrestling.
Yeah,
it's not fake. Don't say that.
Yeah. You guys wear speedos. We wear singlets.
I wore MMA shorts.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Did
you have face paint?
Josh, I did paint my face.
You did paint your
Was it
purple?
No, one was I painted like a skull.
Oh, really?
Nice.
The whole head, though, not just my face.
Okay.
I'm bald for like 30 years now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, and then the other one I didn't whatever.
But yeah, so I wrestled, which was a lot of body weight workouts. That was, I was
static tension.
Yeah, like I'll tell you right now, if you want to be in shape, go wrestle, go do that.
Yeah.
That was one of the most like high intensity sports I was ever in.
I mean, I could say the same. There's no cardio like ring cardio. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, that's exerting every bit of energy you have. And in high school, it's 2-minute period, so it's exerting every bit of energy you have for 6 minutes. Think about that.
Yeah.
Everything you got against another person that wants that is trying to beat you, and you have to exert everything you got for 6 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
remember
sure
when my
that's pretty
12-year-old son was wrestling, and I would wrestle him.
Mhm.
And I'm bigger and stronger, obviously. But man, it was
Yeah.
intense going against him because he was there the whole time. The
Yeah.
whole
Well,
time.
we've wrestled before. You and I.
Oh, that was,
You want
we
to
were
bring that up?
young.
That'd be sweet.
I don't want to go there. Look, I work out for size, not strength, okay? I'm strong enough to save my family. That's all I need.
Right.
You know.
Unless you meet a wrestler.
Yeah, you know.
I'm just kidding.
I lasted, 2 minutes?
Like 12
Something like-
seconds.
yeah, sure. Let's
was
go
like-
there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
I remember. A big gap. 12 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a big gap, John.
I remember we actually went inside after that, and his mom was inside, and she was like getting us drinks. She's like, "Wow." She's like, "I thought he was gonna. Yeah, you put him on the ground pretty quick." She was saying.
Yeah.
She didn't expect.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even know she was watching. We were just messing around. I think it was when we were either taking down your trampoline or we were putting it up or something like
Yeah,
that.
we're putting it up, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Size does not mean strength.
No.
No,
It does
don't-
not.
no,
It doesn't mean endurance either.
Nope.
No.
no. And there was technique that you lacked and I had because I wrestled. You know.
Oh, lots. Yeah.
Spladle. Oh.
Yeah, I have no idea what. I mean,
No.
I started
I
picking
would have.
up now.
Oh man, I never got hit with a spladle. I never even tried to put somebody in a spladle. Sorry, I lied. My brother Scott put me in a spladle once when I was cocking off to him. And yeah, I regretted that real quick.
They made a song on it, didn't they? Like Spladle, Spladle, Spladle. They made you out of play.
That's dreidel. That's dreidel. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
Poor joke. Poor joke. It was funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so
Yeah, but so yeah, there were sports that helped me out with working out. I still don't like cardio. I was good at cardio. I was very good at running. I ran everywhere all the time when I was a kid. And that's what made me like so good at running. But I hate it now that I'm older.
oh, dude. So my mindset is warped from the years of bro science. I love cardio. I love it,
No, I love
but
it.
I never do it ever.
You
I-
just could eat a dick.
Dude, send me out for a run. I'm in my happy place, man. Throw a pod in your ear or something. Go for a run. Oh, I actually love it. But the bro science has beaten it to death out of me. And now I'm trying to switch the mindset back to loving it because I hated it for a while.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's just difficult to get that mindset back.
Yeah.
To I'm not losing my gains. I'm not losing my gains. And you really don't. It actually helps improve them, as
Yeah.
most studies show.
As long as you're not like, I mean, well, let's put it this way. I used to think to myself, if you go catabolic, or you don't have enough food in you, then you're going, you're going to start wasting muscle. And I don't think that's the case because, I mean, I work out fasted
Mm-hmm.
all the time. Every morning I work out fasted. And I don't eat right away after I'm done working out either. I wait like an hour or two because I don't eat until noon. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
or even longer. I wait 3 hours.
Doesn't that like affect like fatigue or recovery? No.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I take BCAAs in the morning. I take my
Yeah.
branched chain aminos to help me through so I don't like go muscle wasting. But
Yeah. I think
once noon
BCAAs
comes, I crush food. I crush
Yeah.
food for 8 hours at noon, and then I chill.
Well, BCAAs are good. They help with cortisol levels, right? They
You
Well,
know,
do that and they help protect muscle from being
Yeah.
wasted and stuff. Because
Yeah.
all aminos are, well, all protein is aminos.
yeah.
all the bro science people right now are going, imagine how big he could be if he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well,
Because I've trained, I've done exactly what you're doing. I've done the fasting, right? And I took, the amino acids. I had big giant pills that were hard to
I
swallow,
just take the water. I take
And then I would
the
take
water.
my extra glutamine and everything to try and protect my muscles. But when I got to the gym, I was flat. I
Yeah, 'cause you don't have
noticed
carbs.
I was
Yeah.
flat as a pancake,
Yep.
and I hated it.
Ah,
And mentally, for me, I couldn't do it.
No,
I needed
no.
to see the pump. I needed to feel.
Right. So you even though you're flat, you still can get a pump. See, I feel my pumps come quicker and they're harder because I'm flat.
I mean,
I
I
don't have as much in me.
I got a pump, but it was nothing like the skin itching, just And I chase that like a motherfucker. I do.
It's a good feeling, but I try and remember, not to just look for instant gratification all the time. As long as I'm getting the right type of workout in, I'll see the results.
Yeah.
It is a good feeling though to feel that fucking pump.
Well, you need that pump. Well, it depends. Like for bodybuilding,
depends.
you need that pump. That gets you there, and you need to get past failure, right? So
Yes.
that's usually where it's at. It's all just about intensity. Like it's all it is.
Yeah.
So, like when I get to the gym, I don't stop. Like a lot of like
Now you're getting
No, keep going, keep going.
I was about to say you just
Shit, no,
hit
keep
another
going.
thing I was gonna talk about.
Yeah, you did.
probably
Keep
what it
going,
was.
keep
It all
going, keep
depends
going.
on what you're doing. Like bro science, right? Bro science is lift as heavy as you can, eat lots of protein, and then take 3-minute break, recover, hit it again, kill the weight, move the weight. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty much bro science.
Yeah.
No, I'm not about that life. I get there and I'm like, all right, opportunity cost of being here is not with my family. I'm here for a job. I'm gonna whoop my ass. So I just go and I do not stop. I hustle from the minute I'm there. I do not stop. I do not take a break. I go. I superset every weight, every exercise, and I do not stop.
Right.
The only time I stop to take a drink. I stop, drink a little bit of my BCAAs, drink a little bit of my water, get back into my next superset, and I superset everything.
Yeah, I do know that. You gave me a couple supersets that I still use, and it's still, every time I do it, it's a fucking killer.
God, the pump on a superset.
Dude, it's absolutely insane.
To the point where it even got to the point where I wasn't getting enough that I started doing push-ups mid-set. So I'll do my set, I'll do push-ups, I'll do another set, I'll do push-ups, I'll do another set, I'll do push-ups, I'll do another set.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I use
But
that a lot.
my set is still a superset with push-ups in the middle of the superset.
God damn.
Yeah, you should be
You see what
like,
I'm saying?
you should be
Holy
doing
shit.
like videos, like explaining this to people, like
Yeah. So
should, like
So-
tutorial videos on what workouts.
So then, do you take the like Mike Menser type of high intensity training attack at it, or do you still do your like 4 sets or 3 sets?
no, I still do my 3 or 4 sets.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just do my supersets, and I do like just different muscle groups. Like I'll do rear dumbbell for rear delt, and then I'll do side raises back to back. And I always go rear side front because I want my front to be harder. I want it to be harder that way. But then I'll
Okay.
when I get the front, I'll superset 2 fronts. Sometimes I do 2 sides. Sometimes I do two rear. It's whatever I feel like doing. You said, be happy doing it, right? Make it fun.
Yes.
So I don't have a schedule. You'll never see me with a piece of paper with everything that
Right.
I'm doing with my sets and my reps or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't do that no more because I'm not trying to add 5 pounds every week to my lift so I can be stronger and bigger the next week. I'm just maintaining.
Right.
So all I do is I just go until it burns, until I want to throw up.
Yeah.
Until it burns so much that I feel like I want to throw up, like I'm getting nauseous, and I have to stretch it out. That's where I go, and I just jump around. I try to do more than one muscle group, back to back, buy and try. Sometimes, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I always throw traps in there. I like to do traps a lot, but just little things like that. Like you find your favorite muscle part that's smaller, like trapezius or a tricep or something that's smaller. Well, triceps a little hard because you do tricep a lot with like shoulder and chest and stuff.
triceps.
But like trapezius or calves or whatever, like, and do them more frequently because I like doing traps a lot. And there's a lot you could do for traps. So I do traps throughout the week.
Yeah.
And it gets me through my workout. I do legs. I try to do quads every workout too to try to get me through my ailments. But you just, like you said, make the gym fun. And I'll tell you what the secret to my success is: dance music. I know you're gonna say, I'm serious. You were thinking it's gonna be somehow creatine.
This Viking sitting next to me.
Yeah, dude, I listen to dance music. I listen to dance music. I shit you
That
not.
was the
I
Ariana
shit you not.
Grande. or something like
My family makes fun of me because I have the weirdest playlist you'll ever listen to in your life. It's nothing but freaking dance music. Oh yeah, to pump up the jam, shit like that back in the day. Just stuff with the beat. Because I like doing
Try to move
cardio.
the
Like if you can get into the beat and step to the beat and just step to the beat, you're not doing cardio.
Right.
You're dancing, having a good time.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a good point.
No, for cardio, I put fun
Dance
music on.
music.
Actually, in my
Dance
cardio.
So when I run, I like to listen to "You Can't Stop Me" by Andy Mineo. That's what I like.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah,
That's a good song.
I like that. one.
Can't stop it.
He sounds way better.
Oh
when he
yeah,
sings,
no,
but-
don't. Yeah, not me.
No.
Dance music.
So let me ask you a question, Frank, because you've been going to the gym for a long time. You look great. So what motivates you to go every day? Like you already look good. Like what motivates you to get up in the morning and go to the gym?
I don't want to die.
That's
I
what
want
it
to
is.
stay young. And I don't want to die.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know I have a better chance of living longer if I care about health, and not just the normal person these days that cares about health by standing in a vaccination line.
Right.
Like you see these people in line that's the only health they care about. I got to do it for health. You're just standing in line, and that'd be the only thing you're going to do all year. So yeah, super healthy, good for you.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, at night or whatever. But I'm all about health, so I look at it this way: if I work out and keep my insulin levels good, and keep my kidneys good, and keep myself hydrated, do all these checks and balances, I may, for the love of God, may live on this life longer than I would have if I would have not.
Right.
Now, I did see on a TikTok or something like that, somebody was saying, oh, all these people that were athletic and runners and stuff, they're dying early because these have these, like, when they sweat so much, these juices that they're, did you see that?
Yeah,
one?
the
That
Olympics.
Yeah,
the
that
Olympic
these
athletes
juices-
die younger.
Yeah,
They
That's
do,
what they're
which
saying.
is scary.
that's what they're saying because
Yeah.
because they're losing all their electrolytes or they're not replenishing. No, okay, understandable. You are now comparing a couch potato to a person that's their physical attributes and their athletics are far beyond anybody else. Like
Yeah.
these runners that you're talking about, they're not just the average. Oh well, I'm gonna run 20 minutes today for cardio. They're running all week long, doing multiple miles,
Putting
you know what I mean?
abuse on their body.
Putting abuse on their body and not replenishing themselves. Meanwhile, somebody that's a bodybuilder or somebody that works out not as vigorously like that, but isn't a couch potato, will do 20 minutes to a half an hour of cardio and get the macronutrients that they need for the day for them to keep moving.
Right.
So they're going to be replenished. You know what I mean? And not only that, but the Olympians, right? Most of them are all sprinters and runners, right?
Yeah, yeah, a lot of them are.
Think about it. Why isn't anybody else in the Olympics? Then why aren't any of the other Olympians going? Why aren't why is it only sprinters and runners?
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
I mean, they tax themselves so hard.
It's so weird though, because
No
then their heart
normal
rates
person.
are like 40 at rest or 50 at rest. Did you ever
Mhm.
No, that's
understand that?
crazy.
Their heart rates are that low at rest. It's like,
Mhm.
I think mine's like 60 if I'm lucky.
Right.
It gets down to 50 once in a while. But theirs is like low.
Yeah. 'Cause
So I don't know. I mean, there has to be something going on there. You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah,
is
for
that
sure.
just bad heart health? Like,
Who knows?
like,
who knows? Who
I
knows
mean,
what other
'cause-
attributes were in, what vaccinations they've had, anything like that. I'm
Right.
not trying to get canceled, but
Yeah.
it is a fact. I mean, we do talk about this. This
Right.
podcast is about helping people,
Yep.
talking about our purpose on this life,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to educate people and talking about facts.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because all we have is facts and
Yeah. What we know.
Yeah.
What we know.
Yeah.
and common sense.
Common sense.
But so that's why I do it. I do that every day. And not only that, but I work from home. I sit around a lot. I'm not really, and I was 330 or almost 340 pounds in my life, trying to be the bro science. I want to be as big as I can. I was 340 pounds and I had to hold my breath to tie my shoes. So, it's like I was scuba diving. Tie my shoe, come back up for air. You know what I'm saying? That's when I said, you know what, enough is enough. And I started doing cardio, watching what I was eating. I mean, I wasn't even doing nothing crazy. I was just doing like GNC pills, creatine, proteins, and stuff like that. And I was on digestive enzymes and all this other shit. Bro science.
Mhm.
To where my ankles started pitting and my liver and my kidneys started getting taxed. Just off of shit from GNC.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I stopped doing all that crazy stuff. Now I take a multi and some other stuff like that.
Good multivitamins, BCAAs. And,
Honestly, I think creatine gets a bad rep.
I
I've taken
mean,
it my entire life.
It depends.
No problems, and it is packed on size.
Yeah. I mean, it depends though. Like, so creatine just puts water in your muscle, right? But if you have a bad kidney values, the way it is, or if your bad is like my family's susceptible to kidney, so I barely have.
Oh yeah, no, that's not.
And
a
I do
good idea.
creatinine.
Okay.
I do
Yep, I've heard of that.
creatinine or whatever it is. I get it. That's that raw,
Yeah.
beyond raw.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get that stuff, and I'll do that and stuff, but I won't do creatine. Now, creatine's all right. The reason creatine was getting a bad rap, like anything gets a bad rap, like testosterone gets a bad rap, like anything gets a bad rap, is people abuse it.
Yeah, they don't drink their water.
Well, yeah,
You gotta
you
be
know.
well hydrated for
Yeah,
creatine,
well, what happens is your kidneys get taxed from that. Then. And a lot of people don't understand that the whole reason that steroids and testosterone and stuff is looked so down on is because of the cardiovascular risk. That's all they're saying is just because of cardiovascular.
Yeah, 'cause your
risk.
heart expands.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's trenbolone or something, then you have to worry about the psychological effects of it.
Yeah. Trend's scary.
Yeah, but just testosterone. Like we're talking about, like I wholeheartedly believe in TRT. I wholeheartedly believe in TRT, but I don't wholeheartedly believe in all the other shit that comes on.
Right.
And I'm not saying that because not all the other stuff comes along with TRT. But TRT gets a bad rap because they loop it in with steroids. And steroids and testosterone are two totally different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't lump up testosterone with steroids. Just like if you can separate alcohol from drugs, when alcohol, do you know that in hospitals they actually have a prescription for an alcohol or for like a beer?
I did not know that.
Because you cannot take, if somebody's dependent on alcohol and solely dependent on alcohol, if you remove alcohol from their environment, they die.
They die.
They die.
Yeah.
So there are actually orders in the hospital that you can prescribe a beer for a patient so you can wean them off of alcohol. I don't know if it's still there, but I have seen one in my career.
What kind of beer is it?
I don't know. Then they might have all duels to fake them out. Like, oh, you are drinking. But if they could separate that out, when drugs like marijuana, for instance, if I stop smoking weed, I'll probably lose weight or something like that. Like, if I'm a pothead and I stop smoking weed, I just will stop losing weight. Nothing will happen. But if I'm a total alcoholic and I stop drinking, my body's going to shut down because it's dependent on that.
Right.
But they can separate it out. So we need to separate it out. So I mean, TRT is totally different than steroid. Right. So I believe in TRT for sure. It's like anything else.
Yeah. Especially like if you get older, your testosterone will start dropping.
Yeah, it starts at 30 something. Unless you're 40 and over, it's gone. And we live in a day and age where it's, sorry to say this, we live in a day and age where it's like it's against a man to have testosterone, or testosterone is a bad thing for men.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't make sense to me at all.
So TRT, I can't wait to actually start. I am excited. I will be starting it when I'm a little older. I want to do maybe another natural show as a bodybuilder first.
Yeah.
Just because it's been 10 years.
Did I consider that unnatural?
Oh yeah, you
cannot.
How
do they test you for that? Oh, your levels are 1100 and you're 38 years old. There's no way.
I'll tell you how they do that. They do that, and then they also lie detector test you. Because I've done natural shows already. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, it's intense. Nice. Yeah, they're intense now. They'll take hair tests, blood tests, urine.
Listen, the only way I would say that they go for TRT is if you need it. So if you notice your libido is down, you're always tired or something like that, or or you get your levels checked and you're at 300 and you're in your 30s.
Doctor says you're good.
And the doctor says you're good. Yeah, no, I'm not good. I should be around 1,000 to 1,100. That's the goal.
That was what it was 100 years ago.
Yeah, you want to be around
like that anymore.
No, the doctors will tell you at 300. Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, because that's the lowest low range.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but your grandpa was sitting at 1,000, 1,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we wonder what's different.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
We wonder what's different.
You also look at it this way. I think what's different is that your grandfather and other people, like we already said our numbers, it's just 20% scale. People that actually work out are males. That's just males that work out, right?
Just males, yeah.
So it's 20%. So you're obviously going to have a lower testosterone level average on people that don't work out, when it's proven that there's specific lifts or specific deads,
bench,
they all naturally release testosterone.
Yes.
So even though our ancestors or our grandparents weren't in the gym working out, they were
doing
busting their ass.
Yes.
Lifting, like
utilize those muscles.
We live in coal country. These sons of bitches were lifting coal rocks and doing all of this crazy shit, shoveling all day long. You know what I mean? That would obviously increase testosterone levels over somebody getting their fingernails painted, saying something to their mother in their basement or whatever.
Yeah, no, for real.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
Because you're the Vaseline guy.
You're the Vaseline guy.
I don't appreciate you looking at me. You two are
serenading you with my eyes.
Yeah, right.
Put some paint your nails. I like pretty nails.
Yeah, but
no, but for real, TRT. I mean, it's such a good.
Yeah, but it's still you can't. I mean, I don't think you should take TRT and not go to the gym.
Yeah,
because like a lot of the risk of TRT, especially the creams and stuff, they do say it increases cardiovascular risk because that increases red blood cells. Red blood cells makes the blood thicker, and it causes coagulation and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
So that's the cardiovascular risk with testosterone.
Right.
But however, if you limit your red meat, donate blood if you need to, if you do run high or whatever like that, get regular blood tests and stuff like that, you can maintain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Everyone should. They should get their blood test, and you should get a test anyway. Just go to your doctor and tell them you want to.
Well, not every doctor's cool with that though. But you do have to understand that when there's ever hypocrisy, there's a reason behind it. Yeah. So like and it doesn't make sense to me either. So like, yeah, my testosterone level is 300, which is normal. It's at the bottom end of normal. But you're telling me if my white blood cell count was at the bottom end of normal, would they be all right with that, or would they say we need to do something to get your white blood cell count up?
Yeah.
What if they
Time
said
to
that
point.
you're anemic and your red blood cell count is down now? Would they be like, all right, you're just anemic, you're at the low end, no big deal, you're pre-anemic, you're at the low end,
No, they're probably
no
gonna
big
do
deal, or
something
do you
about
think we would try to get your red blood cell count
Yep.
up? So then why won't they do the same thing with testosterone?
Maybe just because of the stigma of
You know what I mean?
I'm
I'm just
afraid
saying,
of-
like, there's reasons for it. There's reasons for. Let's put it this way: if I was gonna overtake something or somebody like that, would I would want a bunch of amped up testosterone raging lunatics with 1100 testosterone, or would I rather go into a place where there's more estrogen than testosterone, where most of the guys have like 300? You're gonna overtake.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like even Kamala Harris's husband even said testosterone is evil
That don't surprise me.
or something
one
like
bit.
that. What? There was something that he said like there's
Well,
too much testosterone.
that's-
and there's
they-
something or other.
They did a cool study on that. As your testosterone levels rise,
Yeah.
you start to become more conservative.
Oh, that's
so no wonder they're against
Yeah,
high
okay,
test.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Makes sense.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, it makes you question and push back a lot of things. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I mean, there's times that I had problems with my testosterone, obviously, and then I was like estrogen crashed and shit like that, and I just felt different. I wasn't aggressive. I was more like me.
You were a beta.
Yeah.
Mm. I don't think you could look at him and say beta.
I try to be more beta.
Try to be
there
nice.
for my kids. and
Try to be a
stuff like that.
nice guy.
But I mean, you know, I fucked around and find out when I was in my
Just
20s.
bite your mic.
I moved it with my mouth.
Clip that, Francisco.
Run to the chopper. No, so it's all comes to working out though. Like even if like I know we went on a tangent, went into TRT. It's all part of it, really. You think about it, because you know, it increases testosterone. The gym increases testosterone, but at a point in time, you need some help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
But if you still go to the gym, like you go to the gym, there's not that many people at the gym. There's not many people 7-year-old. There's an 87-year-old man in the gym the other day just working out.
that's awesome.
You know what I mean? It just shows you. Like I know a guy that's 74 years old. He's a licensed he's a chiropractor. He still practices chiropractor. He still has like multiple patients a day. The dude is a fucking rock star. I mean,
Who's that
he's
guy
just
that
amazing, and he's 70-some years old. And there's people that can't keep up with him in their 50s and their 40s.
Yeah, it's
You
scary.
know what I mean? He does cardio, he does weights, he does cardio, and then he goes to work and handles all those people.
Only 24.2% of adults can meet the actual aerobic and muscle strength guidelines set by the CDC. 24.2%. That's it of adults. That's all that can actually meet that.
Wow. I mean, when we all work out in the gym, right? So like when we think of ourselves like 2 1/4, we could all bench 2 1/4.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like 2 1/4 is nothing. Do the statistic on that. What's the percentage of adult males that
yeah.
can bench 2 1/4?
Oh yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, let's get into some numbers here. We have a
Okay.
little time here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So let's get into some numbers here.
That's actually I'm
Because
interested.
I've pretty
here.
much talked about enough that I want to talk unless we get into more of my workout skills and stuff that I've learned over the
Oh, I'm
years.
not on the Wi-Fi. You are.
Oh,
That's right. Hold on, I got it on my phone. While you guys are looking,
Yeah.
I did want to just bring up real quick. The Eagles won 34-31 in overtime.
Ooh. Oh, that was a good game.
Overtime. It was a good game. All right.
so there is lots of ways to boost tests naturally too. It doesn't have to just be chemical. You should exhaust natural ways of boosting tests first. Not all the extreme ones, because there are some extreme ones, which I am guilty of trying. But doing the harder things to get your test up, cleaning up your diet will actually help. Believe it or not, cardio even helps.
Yep.
Wow.
Doing those three big lifts actually boost test. What do we got?
1%.
1%.
Get the
1 in 1,000 people
1 in 1,000 people.
can bench 2
That's
1/4.
that's not 1%. That's like
That's
0.01%.
0.001%.
Yeah, that's a
Tens,
lot.
hundreds,
1 in
thousands.
1,000 people can bench 2. Wow.
0.001%.
that is
Wow, we're some fucking monsters, ain't we?
It's a school kind of thing.
Right. It's a scoop. Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that can bench 2 1/4.
Anthracycline.
So do I. That's why I'm like having such a hard
okay,
time
so
with this.
now think about this for a
Wow.
second. We
That's
do
just gym goers. That's not just the general population.
It said gym goers.
gym
Yeah.
goers. That's not even general pop. That doesn't even count. Like it's
Hold on,
ridiculous.
let's find the rest.
No, but think about it though. Now the people that you associate with and hang out with, most of the time are tend to
people
be
that go to the gym.
tend to
Yeah,
be people that
whatever,
go to the gym
same-
or have the
you are
similar
who you hang
interests.
out with. You know what I mean?
Right. You have
Like,
similar interests.
if you're
So
hanging out with meth addicts, you're probably a meth addict.
right. So it would make sense that you would know more than more people that do
That makes sense.
that can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would make sense because you're in that world. You're in that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, I
you know?
can't even imagine
Yo.
doing a bench without 2 plates on each side.
This thing says a person who able to bench 225 is quite impressive to the general population because that weight is equivalent to lifting a washing machine and a watermelon at the same time.
What?
They talk about a washing machine and a watermelon. It's also about 10 times the weight of a water cooler. Well, thanks.
Okay.
All right.
These are some weird
No,
things
is that
to
how we're
compare
measuring
to.
stuff now? Like,
Yeah.
what's next? It's like 3.5
Yeah.
bowling balls.
No. It'd be like
I
that.
weigh a washing
There's like a-
machine and a grapefruit.
There's the Family Guy thing where they're like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go get you a pallet of Cheez-Its. He was like, where are you getting these units of measurement? I'm gonna go get a drum of jelly.
My goodness.
Yeah.
What
do
are
you
we
got?
doing?
What else you got?
Hit the gym. Where's that dude with the long hair spitting water
I
out
know.
saying, get to the gym. Go to fucking gym. Get to the fucking
You
gym.
go to the fucking
Go to
gym.
the fucking gym. Now, I understand that there's some instances where there's some reasons why you can't get to the gym, like there's not child care or you can't make it there or something like that. Do some kind of activity. Put the kid on your shoulders and do some
You
lunges.
walk.
Do
put 'em in a
something.
stroller.
Yeah,
You know what I
dance
mean?
while you're vacuuming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like dance while you're sweeping.
And you know who's the best at doing this? Women.
Yeah.
Women. I see women on TikTok and everything like that where they're just having the baby like strapped
Yeah,
to their body and they're just doing squats and lunges and just doing stuff and doing whatever. The baby's sitting there and they're doing stuff at home. Like I can't do a home body workout. And I can't have a gym at my house because I'll never be able to do it. Like I need to treat the gym
Yeah.
like work.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have to treat it like
I'm the
work.
same way.
So I need to go
I'm the
to
same
work.
way.
You know what I'm saying? But women, they
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
They literally could be freaking doing lunges and feeding the baby at the same time. I'm waiting to see a TikTok or something with a woman breastfeeding and lunging at the same time or something. Just multitasking the shit out of it. Just be
I
like,
can see that.
what's up? You know what I mean?
What's your
Yeah.
excuse?
Yeah, what's your excuse? Look at me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, and another thing would be to train behaviors because I have a home gym and it is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. I have to switch my mindset to it's workout mode. I'm not actually at home. I am killing weights right now. And I'll have behaviors. I have some behavior changers set in place where I put certain shoes on.
Yeah.
I have a certain drawer with my workout clothes. I put that on. I put the earbuds in. And my mindset and behaviors are starting to change. And I go in there and I can focus and hit it hard.
Yep.
But in the beginning, it was, like I said, look out the window. Shoot, gotta mow the lawn. I go in for a drink, be like, oh man, this is kind of leaking a little bit. I could probably fix this. And there I'd go off on that.
Yep.
So if you do have to do it at home, train your behaviors, work on mindset.
Yep.
It
Let the
can
house
be
flood.
done.
Continue your workout.
Yep.
I would. I honestly would at this point.
The house, the
You ain't
pipes,
stopping me
leaking
from
pipes are
squatting.
going to be there. They're going to be there when I get done.
They'll be there when I'm done. Exactly.
Too sore to
Do anything, but
torque some wrenches or whatever, but whatever.
That's where it's nice for me because I can't see that shit from the gym. So down at
Yeah.
Planet Fitness.
You get a phone call.
Yeah.
Shit's leaking.
Right.
Hey,
It is.
just set your mindset. Get
But-
your behaviors
But
trained.
ultimately, talk about purpose. We're here to help out, or teach you at least some shit that
Yeah.
we learned along the ways.
Right.
Work out.
Another-
Cardiovascular health, please.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, because by 65, 78 out of every 100,000 people that are 65 and older die from falling per year.
Right.
And just working out and getting your stability correct,
Yep.
that could save you.
Talking
You
about purpose, you want to, again, kind of like, in everything that we talk about, we try and find some kind of purpose,
Oh, yeah.
So
I see where you're going.
for here, you kind of want, you need to find purpose. You need to find a reason to want to go to the gym. You need to find a reason to keep yourself healthy. You need to find a reason, to want to better yourself and be in better shape,
Mhm.
and, so that's for us. We kind of have our reasons, things like for me, it's mental health, it helps me clear my mind. It helps me with energy levels. It helps me, I believe it actually helps me be a better father. It helps me be a better boyfriend and hopefully one day husband.
Mhm.
But you know, that's those. So it's just finding
And-
purpose, finding a reason. But God,
In my 10 tenets to be a man, which we'll get to at some other point, working out and having good physical body is absolutely important.
Yeah.
How are you going to protect your family?
right,
Somebody comes to get your family, you want to be the 120-pound guy that can't save your family from anything?
500-pound guy that can't get off the couch.
Or the 500-pound guy that can't get off the couch?
Right. Yep.
You know, it's important to have that and be that protector and leader. And also, it's also your kids are going to grow up.
Yep.
Do you really want to be the guy that can't play with his grandkids?
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
want to be that guy that, you know,
Or
hey,
girl, you know,
or girl that can't go out and just play with his grandkids. You know, that is something that's in my mind even,
Yeah.
which is why I still do cardio, because I want to live that long.
Right.
You know, I want to be able to play with my kids.
And you're a role model. Like you don't
Mm-hmm.
want your kids to think that it's normal to be so out of shape and so
right.
heavy that you can't do normal activity.
You know
Yeah.
what I
You don't
see a
have to
lot of.
Don't normalize it. Like
No.
you know, just be honest. Like I'm short tempered at times. I don't normalize that. I apologize for it. I'm sympathetic about it. I try to do better.
Right.
And then that, you know, especially when coming from that, when I see, like, say that 500-pound man, I see him at the gym or something like that, and he's at the gym with his kid or something like that. That him doing that and being shows inspiration for the child. Like, you know
Right,
what I
just
mean?
because, you know what I mean, like change, like you could change your way of thinking, or change your mindset, and show your kids the right way. Like
Mhm.
I'll go to, like, I just went to the store the other day, and I swear, for a second, I like was walking around, I just was like, okay, I like to, I think to myself all the time, all right, stay alert, stay alive. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
try to look around all the time. You know, and that's like a military thing. You know, so
Mhm.
the military kind of taught me that. But then, like when I was doing it though, I was in this point, I was kind of just looking around to be like, you know, like I just want to look around just at people, you know, see who's around me. And I swear every single cart that I looked at, and I was shopping for curtains, so this was like literally just yesterday. So I was shopping for
Go, girl.
but yeah. So I'm being vulnerable right now a little bit, guys. Don't make fun of me. So I looked around, and every single cart was nothing but junk food. Every one of them, junk food, junk food, junk food. And every one of them had kids with them, and they're just letting, like, they just let their kids. You know, it's okay to have some snacks here and there, like, you know, but like it was full carts of junk food, sodas, chips, cupcakes, like you name, ice cream, like things like that. And it's just
And our country is junk. Do you know that they put food coloring in marshmallows? White marshmallows, they put blue food coloring in it. Why? Why are they putting food coloring in drinks? Like BCAs. Like I had to search for a BCA powder that didn't have blue or red in it, or green.
Yeah, good luck.
Do you know what I'm saying? I found one.
Did you really?
Yeah, I found one.
Which one
It's
is
a tea. It's like a peach tea.
oh yeah,
Nice.
But we have to educate our kids. Like we do all organic. We teach my 15-year-old about food and processed food, and you know what I mean. Like it's a whole. Like health is a whole, right? But the gym is definitely part of it.
Here's where I have issue with that. Okay, I have been no. I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But I've been on food stamps.
Yeah.
I haven't had a house at one point and lived in a car. Healthy food is expensive.
Yeah.
you're right.
Garbage food is cheap.
Gotcha.
Look at ramen noodles compared to a
Well, yeah. I mean,
chicken. You know
look
what I
at it. Look at a double cheeseburger at McDonald's compared to ground beef.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
it's hard, but it's worth it if you can budget it.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of problems also lie, is also in the economic, where we're at economically in the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are having trouble keeping up with the inflation right now,
Yeah.
and food is not going to be their top of their list. It's going to be keeping their house.
Yeah.
Right.
Or heat. Heat's coming up.
Heat season.
Heat's coming up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
But thankfully they're saying it's supposed to be a warmer winter this year.
Yeah.
Gosh, that'd be nice.
I understand, like when you're walking around, I know all the junk food's cheaper and it looks good to have a full cart of food. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at some point, you need to think about like your kids' health and their future.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, make it a priority to budget it. I mean, that death chart I did for the other episode, diet was a big part of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I added, I think, 5 years or 10 years, oh man, 5 or 10 years by playing with the different options. So it will take away your life if you don't eat
exactly.
right.
Yeah, you
It's
just
important.
gotta, like, I care about my kids' health and I care about their future, and I don't want them to grow up and I don't want them to be overweight. I want them to be healthy and I want them to feel good about themselves. And in turn, I'm hoping that they don't have the depression that I had, you know. And I didn't necessarily have depression because of my body, because I got most of my life I was a very in shape person, you know. It wasn't until I had kids that I started gaining weight, you know. But you know, I care about it to the point because I've seen it plenty of times, and I've stuck up for so many kids in school. I've gotten fist fights with guys in school for picking on overweight kids, or picking on kids like less than them. I used to, like, my friends used to call me the bully beater in school because I was always fighting bullies. I was always fighting people that were picking on other people. So, you know, I don't ever want to have to see my kid go through that type of bullying where somebody's making fun of them because they're overweight, or, you know, if I could help in any way by teaching them to eat good food and eat right and be healthy, you know, then, you know, hopefully that'll just take that completely out of the equation.
Yeah. Yeah. And you want to have a life where you have energy, your joints aren't in pain, you know, and you
Your
have
sugar levels aren't ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not crashing on the sofa from having, you know, 2 giant plates of spaghetti or whatever. You know what I mean?
Spaghetti.
Yeah, I am getting hungry.
Yeah.
We're actually having spaghetti tonight.
Are you?
I'm not kidding. She's probably telling me it's ready right now.
Oh, I got chicken breast waiting for me. Yummy.
Burgers.
I love chicken.
I love burgers.
I love.
We all want each other's food. Hey, I've always switched going on here.
For burgers.
We'll all call our women and tell them to bring the food here, and then.
So, one thing I do want to say is, if you're overweight, I go to the gym and hold your head high.
Yeah.
Don't listen to anybody if they're picking on you, which they shouldn't be. Most gyms aren't like that. Most gym bros, or gym goers, I mean, are not like that. Most of us, if I see the first sign on my garage, because my garage is my gym, the first sign on, check your ego at the door. He's been there.
Yeah.
Okay. Drop the ego. I mean, just go in there and be confident that you're making yourself better and you're giving your children something better to look up to.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a bodybuilder. As a matter of fact, I suggest not being a bodybuilder. I suggest don't do that. It's actually not as healthy as you think.
Because you always want the bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you get body.
Before you know it, you're doing stuff that you never thought you'd be doing. Yeah. Especially if you compete. I have friends that compete that I have no idea how they're alive.
So. Yeah. When you see that bodybuilder on stage, he's 2 steps away from death.
Yeah, they're super dehydrated.
Yeah,
everything.
I cramped up on stage once, and that was from dehydration. It's horrible. So I'm natural.
I actually love, like, seeing when I see, like, bigger overweight guys in there. I actually love it. Like, it's motivating to me.
It's
like, dude, that guy had the ambition and the drive to get out of bed, get off the couch, get his ass in that gym. You know what I mean? And I think to myself, like, I don't even really want to be there some days. It's like, fuck, why am I? You know? And then I see that, it's like, man, I got no fucking excuse.
Yeah.
I got no excuse.
Yeah. Right now, I have a guy on my TikTok right now that I'm promoting. Just because he has
which TikTok?
Shoot, not this TikTok, a different TikTok.
Okay.
But he has Parkinson's, and I am so sorry, Alex. He has some issues with his body where he can't function right. He can't sit still. He's constantly moving.
Yeah.
He just deadlifted 305 pounds.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it's pretty awesome.
You know, no matter where you're at, you can be somebody's inspiration story. Mm-hmm. Hold your head high, get in the gym. Don't worry about what other people are saying. You're doing it for you. You're doing it for your family.
Yeah. I mean, and you don't even have to do the gym. It's not even about the gym. It's just cardiovascular activity. You know, do DDP yoga or whatever. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that have got a lot of gains from DDP yoga and stuff. I mean, I like it because it's wrestling.
Right.
But, yeah, just whatever you need to do. You can make the change, but it's going to need you. You're going to need and it's great if you could find a support system and have a support system. That's why DDP yoga and some of the other ones are working so well, because they have these, you know, places that people can congregate and discuss some of the troubles they're having with some of the things that work. You know, just decide, you know, discover things between each other and stuff like that. So try to find a support system to help you with that. The gym is good for that because you can actually find other people, and that's easier to find the support system because, you know, we as men, we don't have many support systems or anything.
Not at all.
No.
We don't
No.
have support groups or anything like that for divorce or anything really. The only thing we have is bars, and that's the last thing we can do is stick a bunch of depressed divorced men in a bar drinking depressed cider together. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh, for real.
Going to the gym, finding people that have refound themselves after divorce or after a hardship they had, and the gym found them. Like for me, for instance, yeah, my uncle started me in the gym, but he didn't go to the gym with me every day for 20 years of my
You had
life.
to find your own reason.
Yeah, and there was reasons where I was having depression issues or self-esteem issues and stuff like that, and the gym saw me through it. I was having demon issues. I was having my own demons and stuff going on a number of years of my life, but the gym was there to help me out. The relationships, bad relationships, ex-girlfriends, ex-kids, moms, stuff like that. Just a bunch of shit. The gym was always there. And now dance me.
And I'll be honest with you,
45 pounds of iron will always be 45 pounds of iron.
Right, exactly. But I think at some point, everyone, like, you're going to go to the gym, you're going to work out. You might feel a little embarrassed at first, and you might feel a little discouraged at first, but eventually you're going to get to a point where you don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm even the type of guy that I'll go in there if I see somebody. Like I saw a guy in there with oxygen on the other day, and I looked down and I said, dude, good for you, man. I'm like, I don't even know if I could come in here, if I would come in here like that. Like, good for you. You have some ambition.
Yeah.
I admire you.
Fuck yeah.
I got
So it is, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I wanted to point out a statistic here. You were saying about get a group and stuff. So in 2022, if you had as few as 2 interactions a month with other people in the gym, your likelihood of keeping your membership goes up by 33%.
Nice.
That is humongous. Get a group, get some people, talk to.
Yeah.
Some people in there,
Well,
most of the guys in there are trying to better themselves, and they're not going to bite your head off.
I started out like that, actually, with Derek Knight, actually. He was the one that kind of convinced me finally. Well, I was going to go regardless, and I did go by myself, but when he found out that I was going, he's like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went, and he's the one that he showed me proper form with a lot of things. He showed me, like, he started me out. He was, like, smart about it. He's like, you're not going to, here, try this weight, do this instead. Like, how did that feel? Like, here,
where's your starting point?
Yeah. Drop this weight here and put this on, and now do double those reps. Now do twice that. Just to kind of help me. I had to get over that kind of like fatigue and get through, like, then I got my
first weeks of soreness.
Right.
You don't get sore anymore.
I miss my leg soreness so
I don't
much.
get sore.
I mean, I still do get sore. Don't get me wrong. I do.
I mean, maybe my legs will be sore 2 days later, but it's nothing like it used to be. You know what I mean? Like,
take a week off and hit it again, man. You'd be surprised.
There's no such thing as week off.
No time off. Fuck overtraining.
Your CNS, no, bullshit. Overtraining is real.
I know there's overtraining is real, but I've been slow lax. I go like 4 days a week now.
Yeah.
5 days.
Yeah.
Maybe 6.
My job's pretty physical, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I sit around on my ass all day. My recovery time is like perfect.
You're good.
Because that's what mine is. It's just all recovery time sitting there like this
Not me.
all day. You know what I mean?
I'm busting my ass every day.
My recovery time's horrible.
Until this podcast takes off. Then no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But another thing, don't hit your muscle if it's already sore.
Don't do that.
Good Lord.
Give it sufficient time to recover.
You do need time to recover. Sleep is vital.
Yeah.
Sleep is vital in everything in life. You need to get your sleep.
Yeah.
I get 6.
Yeah. I mean, it might not be a lot. It might be 6. It might be 8. It might be, whatever it is. But you just need to get that sleep.
6 is a good night.
It's a good night.
Yeah.
I
think that's, you guys think?
I think it's all I got for right now. We can talk about this stuff for
Frank, I really could go so
activities. Long story short, get active.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're feeling depressed and you're feeling like, just remember, like, this, like, you actually might see decent, if you're like kind of overweight, you might see like decent results pretty fast, like in the very beginning,
especially with water weight.
Right. You might see results pretty quick, but don't, when you start to plateau and you start to see that, don't give up. It's like, it's not, again, I said it before, like, happiness is not but like this type of lifestyle, it's not just like a destination. You don't get to a point and say, okay, I made it. I'm fucking good.
That's a good point, though. It's a lifestyle change, not a diet.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference, everybody. The problems people, make the mistakes. to make a diet. I want
Right.
to take a diet to like lose this weight. Like the Atkins diet was a huge fad back in the day.
I remember
remember
Atkins.
that.
Anymore. Now
Still
it's,
exists,
now
unfortunately.
it's ketosis is the
It's
new diet.
ketogenic is
Yeah. That's the new
category
that's the
now.
new one.
Yeah.
So,
There's
but
lots of
anyways, you just strip all the carbs out of your body, and then as soon as you eat a carb, your body doesn't know how to process it, so it stores it right away and converts it to freaking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the answer.
The pumps.
Moderation. You need everything in moderation.
Right.
The pumps on keto when you hit carb loads.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I mean that's like anything else.
Dude, I got
you ever-
so big when I had a carb load on keto.
Did you ever do the Rice Krispie treat?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay,
I still
where you
use
do-
it
where
every
you do
now.
you do 2 days of or what is it? 1 or 2 days of nothing but just dry carbs.
Yep.
And like barely any water, and it shreds you hard. You never did that.
Dry carb.
So like nothing but like cereals, like Rice Krispie treats, stuff like that, but minimal water on those days.
Oh yeah,
But if you do
no,
that,
I did cut.
What
I
happens?
did.
What happens is it pulls all the water and moisture from your skin inside because of those dry carbs.
Really, I
You
did.
did that?
So I did when I did my show. I did keto straight up too. Oh, I guess I kind of did do that. And I was drinking 2 gallons of water a day.
And then you
And
probably lowered your water and upped your carbs, right?
That's what I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
exactly what I did.
yeah.
Okay, so I did do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and you did all
Alright.
dry carbs, and the reason that you do the dry carbs is because they'll absorb the moisture from your skin.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that's what it was doing. I was
Yeah.
just following bro science.
Yeah. So I mean, carbs do make a difference.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I mean, you're not really. And muscle has memory. Like, dude, I went from 200 or 315 pounds to 250 pounds with surgery, and I was back up to 290 in a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
I have a bit of issue with that because when I did my show, I lost so much weight so fast. I lost 60 pounds overall, 50 of it in 2.5 months. And that was harsh.
Yeah,
And it
but
took me
what
a
kind of-
year or two
what-
to recover from
Yeah,
it.
but you gotta think to yourself though. What weight did you actually
I lost
lose?
a lot of muscle.
Did you lose
Yeah,
muscle?
I lost a lot. I cut too fast, too hard. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you have muscle memory, but if you cut too fast, too hard,
No,
Good luck.
Then you gotta, well, the problem is then is if you cut too fast, too hard, and you go flat or you lose that muscle, to get that muscle back, you got to eat hard, and then when you eat hard, you gain fat again.
oh, yeah.
So you're in this never-ending cycle.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
That's
That was
normal.
brutal.
That's normal though. As fucked up as
Yeah.
that sounds.
I know.
That's normal. So
Uh,
yeah, normal bodybuilding lifestyle.
Yeah.
I hate it. Yeah,
Basically,
it's not
just-
healthy.
We just want you to take, make healthier life choices,
Yes.
Get
Yeah.
active.
Get active.
And again, it's lifestyle.
Doesn't matter going to the gym. Just get active.
Mm-hmm.
And make that activity part of
Yeah.
your lifestyle.
But don't
Yeah.
think, don't, like I said, don't get discouraged when you start to plateau and you're not seeing quick results right away, because that's just part of the journey.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, it could be something as simple as going for a walk with your kids, which is what I do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Go for a walk with your kids. Get some sort of activity because having these sedentary jobs like you and me definitely have, that's now equivalent to smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, you're not doing anything.
That's how bad it is
Yeah.
for your body with sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you gotta combat that.
And I use guilt. Use guilt.
Oh,
I want to be here to see my kids. I'm not going to sit here and eat this pack of donuts because I want to see my kids grow up. And I
You do
know if
that
I
a
eat
lot.
these pack of donuts, I have susceptible, put more plaque on my arteries and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be a gluttonous pig today.
yeah. See, I'm lucky. My girlfriend won't let me do it.
I do.
I tell her not to let me, so I'll tell my girlfriend, don't let me eat that. Because I
Yeah,
know
but she's not going to be there all the time.
right,
She's
right.
acting on her
I know I
own.
do. I do
Good to have
sometimes,
help.
but
Good to have help, but,
sometimes like I get a little
Yeah.
relaxed in that, and it's like I could have one of these tasty cakes, and then she'll be like, "Are you supposed to be eating that?" It's like, no. So I'll put it down. She's good at that.
I'm guilty of that. Frank, you really don't need that. I know.
But it looks so good.
I'm hungry. And I have 15 more minutes until I stop eating.
Yeah.
So I want that pint of or that quart of ice cream.
Right.
Quart.
court, a
You walk
whole
around.
court.
They're like, do you want a lid for that? No, just a spoon. They looked at me like, oh. So there I am walking around the ferry in a quart of ice cream. Double up on the cardio tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll just do an extra 2 miles, work this off.
17 miles after I eat this.
Right.
No, just get active. Do what you need to do. I use guilt. Guilting myself makes me work harder. It makes me go. It makes me bust my ass while I'm there because I feel guilty using the opportunity cost of time going to the gym. Like if I use my opportunity cost of time and not spending time with my kid to go and fuck around at the gym instead of busting my ass at the gym, I feel guilty.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, regret's powerful for that
Yes.
as well. Use future use regret.
Yeah.
You have present use regrets right now. Imagine how amplified they are on future you.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do to
Good
get
point.
there, but just get there. And,
Just get there.
just get there.
Just get there.
Just get there.
Yep.
There's a will, there's a way. Get there. Ask people. Be open. Have conversations, communication with your significant others, family members, whoever. If you need that, if you can have that, if you have that, that's great. But otherwise, just have that switch happen and say, you know what, like you did, enough is enough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're not at the low point or the lowest point in your life for that switch to
Yeah.
happen, because that's usually what.
Yeah, no, learn from my mistake for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely learn,
Yeah.
do something now.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
something right now.
And by all means, message us if you have any questions. But I'm not a personal trainer. I mean, you could pay me to be one, I guess. But I'll stay at a Motel 6 or something. We'll leave the light on for you.
Just get that certification, add that one to your resume.
Yeah, well, some of them are BS because it's just
They
take a test online. Like
Pretty
the
much.
NASM now, my fiance has the NASM. Now that's legit.
Yeah.
That's legit. She had to study for that. Took that on her own.
Yeah.
Took that
Right.
but yeah, no, so just, send us questions or whatever. But,
Yeah,
we're here to help.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Just get your ass out there, do something.
Even
Yeah.
if you help if you need help with motivation too, like
We'll do our best.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Find
sure.
somebody that can help you, help keep you accountable, like hold you accountable to it. That's another
You are the best person to do that. To
Right.
hold yourself accountable, give yourself regret, guilt, whatever you need to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Say you're better than this. Pick yourself up and do something about it.
Yeah, dedication is a very key component. I
Yeah.
hate
Yeah.
to say it.
It is.
I don't want to turn you away from it. But dedication does become
Yeah.
important.
And the problem is
Absolutely.
he was saying about gains, like you won't see the gains right away, so you're not going to say, "Oh, this isn't working." You're going to give up. You need to be dedicated and persevere. Persevere with your doubt. You have to persevere your doubt, move forward, see the gains, and look at the differences.
Yep.
Change things, adapt. Your body adapts. Your body's smart, so challenge it. Don't let it plateau.
So-
as soon as you see it plateau, challenge it. So go to the gym 3 days a week. Do 10 minutes of cardio. Up it the next couple weeks.
Yeah, slowly
now-
buy into it.
Yeah, and then
Exactly.
change now add another attribute to it, to your lifestyle. Now you have a new attribute to your lifestyle of, I'm not going to eat junky, sugary foods.
Yeah.
I'm cutting soda out of my life. These are new lifestyle changes
Yeah.
to get you to the next level
Yeah.
or to the next phase of your life.
So what I did actually to help me with I was starting to get a little discouraged because of I wasn't seeing results. So I actually took a lot of pictures right in the beginning. I took progress pictures
Yeah,
throughout the whole
That's
thing.
good.
And I mean, sometimes I felt like a douchebag because I'm standing in a mirror in a gym
Well,
locker room.
there's plenty of
No.
people
You know,
that do that now.
Right.
No.
But
They're
I
working
but
out arms and they look
but
at their ass. You ever see
I wasn't taking pictures of myself.
no,
Right.
I'm just kidding. We love you.
Yeah. I was not taking pictures, because I was like impressed with myself. I was taking pictures because I wanted to see what I looked like now and what I looked like a month from now.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean? And
normal body.
Yeah,
and when,
that's normal stuff.
and when you
normal
when
stuff.
you look at yourself every day, you don't see the results like that. So when I
Yeah.
put my day one
Mhm.
picture and my day 20 picture together, it was like, holy shit, is that me?
Yeah.
And
A lot of the guys that I help train, I would have them even take measurements,
Yeah.
write them down, and then revisit that in
Calculate
another 2-3 months.
no, we're talking
That's
about
it.
working, not their wieners. So I'm just kidding.
Leave it to the
Measuring tape. I don't know if that's
Listen to the
small
massive
enough for you, buddy. Okay, before we go,
I need a
hold on.
micrometer.
Right. They don't call me the millimeter defeater for nothing.
Oh, jeez. Before we go, I got some for you guys. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Putting us on the spot now.
From the last, well, let me get in here. From the last episode, you know how I spend quality time with my kids, right?
Yeah.
Right.
One of the things we do is we go to a store that brings food from all over the world into it.
Okay.
I got you guys something to try.
What is it?
I'm not telling you, you got cats.
No, I don't want to do this. It smells like
What is
duck
this?
dick. This is the duck dick chip.
This is
I'm going.
From
You got
Indonesia.
octopus wiener from.
I'm going easy on you this time.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you the country.
That's not gonna help. It's gonna make things worse, bro.
It might help actually.
What's the demographic?
All right. I'm gonna give you the country. You're gonna take one. It's a chip.
I told you it's a duck dick chip.
If it's anywhere, it's a duck. If it's anywhere from China or like in any part of Asia,
Your eyes
I'm
are
out.
slanted. I mean,
He said their eyes are slanted. It's Vietnamese, ain't it?
try one. Try one.
You said you were gonna give us the country.
Oh yeah, it's Korea.
Oh,
I was.
it's dog dick chip.
I think it's South Korea. I'm not sure. Tell me what you're tasting there.
That's sriracha? No.
That's fish. Is it fish?
No.
I don't remember.
Give me another one.
I taste the hint of.
I got a really small one. Hold on.
Tastes like sushi.
Kind of.
Oh, man, you guys are getting close. Come on.
Ginger. There's a hint of ginger in there. I don't know. I'm not eating another one.
You guys. Come on, give me a guess. Give me a
Starting to
guess.
be fishy now.
That's what it is. Hold on.
Is it fish?
Was it crab?
It's crab.
It's crab.
How did you guess crab?
I just had crab not that long ago, but
So these are actually sold like our regular chips here in America.
I can read it.
Well, you can read it right there. Fried crab flavor. Fried crab from Korea.
Mm-hmm. I got this. I got the seafood hint, and then I was just
I'm glad I
kinda,
only ate
It
one.
was pick. It was, you don't like crab?
Not in the crab.
So
Do you like any seafood?
No, I have
How the
gout.
hell do you look that good and you don't
Wait.
eat any? Oh,
I have gout, bro.
I have no idea what gout
no homo,
actually
of
is,
course.
by the
Chicken.
way.
I eat chicken. A lot of chicken and red
Yeah.
meat.
You guys
oh,
wanna
is there
try-
more?
You guys want to try another one?
As long as it's not duck dick.
Hold on, I gotta check and make
As
sure.
long as I'm not eating.
That's not duck dick. Oh, fuck.
I went easy on you this
I'm
week.
glad you took it easy on me. Next time I'm gonna go hard on you. I'm like, oh, I'll pass on the dick.
Is it another chip?
Yes. This is from another famous chip company. This one is from China, actually, though.
Oh no,
I
we're
think.
eating.
That seriously smells like
I think
sushi.
it's China.
Yeah, it sure does.
It is from.
Where?
Oh, this one's also Korea. Okay, two Korean ones. Oh no, that was China. This one's Korea.
That was
Oh, okay, close enough. Go ahead.
good.
These are.
I see flames.
There is.
This better not be. I can't eat a slim. I cannot eat a Slim Jim without flames shooting out my ass for a month. So this, Frank, is it hot? Don't lie to me.
It's weird though. Oh, it has something.
Oh,
afterwards.
my
It has it
God.
afterwards. I didn't know.
Dude, the aftertaste.
Oh, you're killing me.
Oh,
I'm gonna die.
I didn't know.
He said I didn't know.
oh, this
You
is
lied to
horrible.
you.
No,
Fucking
it's not, it's good right now, right?
yeah.
Wait.
Oh, it gets so bad. It gets so
Oh,
bad.
no. I just swallowed it, so I wasn't even taking
Nah.
Maybe it didn't hit you. Maybe you swallowed it too fast.
it. That's also what she said.
It's not gonna hit you if you're swallowing.
No gag. No gag reflex.
No, it's starting to burn. I can't tell you what
I
that
have no
was.
idea.
That's disgusting.
That was
What is
gross
it?
though.
Spicy garlic prawn.
Prawn.
What is a prawn?
I don't know. I think it's some sort of
Where's my prawn?
shrimpy thing.
It is a shrimpy thing.
Oh,
That is disgusting.
is
That
prawn?
garlic hits so hard afterward.
prawn. Oh yeah, it's kind of like a shrimp.
That is
What the
disgusting.
You bring the weirdest shit.
I'll wait till next week. You ain't seen
Oh,
nothing
don't you
yet.
start.
You ain't
Listen, we
seen
used to
nothing
do-
yet.
we had
Start bringing a drink.
He had a YouTube channel called The Good Old Boys,
Oh,
right? And we used to do like, can it cookie
I'm
or
not
can it
doing that again.
No, please, for the love of God, don't.
Jelly beans.
Maybe.
Dude, we
Those
had like
jelly beans.
mealyworm cupcakes,
Pig
Oh,
feet cookies.
pig feet cookies. Let me just tell you this: it was not
that's
chocolate
fucking
chips.
Gross, dude.
It was not chocolate chip cookies.
That's fucking gross, dude.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Oh, it was terrible.
That is. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely do that. Not do that. Not.
Not.
Do that. not.
Oh.
Listen, if you do it, don't invite me. I ain't coming.
The fuck is prawn anyway?
Yeah, some shrimpy thing.
You know, you put a J in front of it, you're from Philly. What's up with John?
John.
Everything's a John. Yo,
I mean,
that
that's
John. Yo,
John.
John, hook me up with that John over there.
Right.
It's on top of the John, right next to the John. What do you mean? It's right there.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
For real.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, my foster sister says it all the time.
I have a good friend in Philly that says it to me.
Yeah,
So, Frank, you got that John or what? I have a friend named John. Two of them, actually.
2 friends named John. Yeah, no, I've been around that a lot too.
Yeah.
Different dialect.
All right. What do you guys think? Good place to end?
Yeah, we're good. Just
Yeah.
we'll repeat it again because we went on a tangent. Get moving.
Yeah.
Get your ass.
Get moving.
Get your ass working right now.
Maybe I'll see you at the gym.
Day 1
I hope to see you at the
or
gym.
one day. It was one day or day 1. Start.
There you go.
Lifestyle change.
Get it. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.